Hey everybody, welcome to The Sauce. I'm AnnMarie, and around here we believe it's never too late to start over, speak up, change directions, or become more of who you were always meant to be. So grab your coffee or your emotional support beverage and let's talk. Because I've got thoughts. Duh. First of all, my first thought, shout out to my new hair. Toned it down, took away the Ronald McDonald red, and got myself into something a little more snazzy, and I love it. So, if you're watching, let me know if you're liking the new hair. I am loving it. But can I ask you a question? Why are we saving the good stuff? Seriously, who are we waiting for? The queen's not coming. I started thinking about this because I was walking through my dining room the other day with my coffee, and I looked over at this cabinet that's been in my house for years. Inside are some of my favorite things that I own. Not because they're expensive, not because they're antique, but because they were my mother's. Capodimonte flowers, Murano hand-blown glasses, a beautiful teapot with china cups and saucers to match, gold flatware, and then the stars of the collection. These ridiculous little Publix Pilgrim salt and pepper shakers. Have you ever seen these? First of all, I'm about 98% sure there's never been a grain of salt or pepper in these things. Ever. I think they were hired as decorative employees from day one. They've had the easiest job in America. If you're not from Florida, Publix is a grocery store. And years ago, they came out with these little seasonal collectibles. And they started off with these pilgrims, and it was such a hit that the next year they brought out the little pilgrim boy and girl. So now, obviously, the family had to be complete, right? Well, then, of course, Christmas time came, and out came the Mr. and Mrs. Snowman. My mother loved them, not because they were valuable. They made her smile. She just thought they were so cute. And if something made my mother smile, it was coming home. And honestly, I think that's one of my favorite things about her. She found joy in little things. Now, here's where this gets interesting. And I've had these things for years. I walk by that cabinet almost every day. I occasionally dust them or move things around. I smile when I see them, and then I close the cabinet. Why? Because apparently I'm saving them. For what? I have absolutely no idea. And then I realized I don't just do it with that cabinet. I do it with everything. The expensive perfume. The one that's apparently too fancy to wear to go to Target. So, you wear it twice a year maybe. The candle that smells so amazing that you refuse to burn it because then it'll be gone. The notebook that's too pretty to write in. The lotion that you only use when you're feeling fancy. The outfit with the tags still hanging on it because you're waiting for someone special to wear it. Meanwhile, that outfit has been hanging there so long, it's about to go out of style. Apparently, I'm preserving half of my house for the next homeowner. And I caught myself thinking, what exactly qualifies as a special occasion? Because my life is happening every single day. But somehow my brain is like, not today, maybe next Tuesday. And then Tuesday gets here and let's wait maybe another month or so. Then another month comes. No, how about Christmas? So now we're waiting for spring. It's exhausting. And I think a lot of us do this. We keep waiting for this magical moment where life finally becomes worthy of us using the good stuff. Like one morning, we're just going to wake up and there's going to be a letter on the kitchen counter. Congratulations, AnnMarie. Today has officially been approved for the nice glasses. Who's approving this? I would like to have a conversation with them. The funny thing is, my mother wasn't buying those things because she thought, one day my daughter will stare at these through a glass door. She bought them because they made her happy. That's it. No deeper meaning. She liked beautiful things. She liked flowers. She liked little collectibles. She liked setting a pretty table. Her life was making a house feel like a home. Somewhere along the line, I turned all that into a museum. But that's on me, not her. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go home tonight and start juggling your grandmother's crystal. Please. For the love of everything. I'm not saying don't take care of your things. I'm just saying there's a difference between taking care of something and never enjoying it. And that's the part I think I've got wrong. Because every time I walk past that cabinet, those things make me smile. Not because they're sitting there, because they remind me of my mother. They remind me of her excitement, her love of beautiful things, her ability to find happiness in something so simple as a little ceramic freaking pilgrim from the grocery store. Honestly, that's a pretty great way to go through life. And I think that's really what I've been thinking about. Not the cabinet, not the Murano glasses, not the little pilgrims. I've been thinking about how easy it is to accidentally put your own life on hold. Not because you're unhappy, because you're waiting. You're waiting until you lose 10 pounds. You're waiting until the house is cleaner. You're waiting till Mercury gets out of fucking retrograde. You're waiting until life feels special enough. Then one day you wake up and you realize you've been waiting for years. And here's something I've learned at 55. Life doesn't send invitations. It doesn't mail you a certificate that says, congratulations. Today has officially been approved for the good stuff. Most of life happens on a random Tuesday. You're standing in the kitchen wondering what you're making for dinner, if you're me. The dogs are running around, fighting each other. The coffee is getting cold. I mean, that's life. And somewhere along the way, we convinced ourselves that ordinary isn't worthy of beautiful things. I don't believe that anymore. I actually stopped and thought, if my mother was standing here today, what would she say? I honestly don't think she'd tell me to leave everything in the cabinet. I think she would look at me like I had 3 heads and say, what are you waiting for? She bought those things because they made her happy, not because she thought someone should admire them behind glass 20 years later. She enjoyed them, so why shouldn't I? And that's when it hit me. Maybe the point isn't to keep everything perfect forever. Maybe the point is to keep the joy alive. Because if one of those little pilgrims accidentally falls off the shelf someday, I'm still going to remember how excited my mother got when she brought them home. That memory isn't sitting in the cabinet. It's sitting here. So I've decided something. I'm done waiting for life to become special enough. Maybe tomorrow I will pour my coffee into one of my mother's beautiful cups. Maybe I will use the gold flatware for my chicken nuggets. Honestly, chicken nuggets deserve nice things too. Who's making these rules anyway? Because I don't remember voting on them. But it's funny how the little things end up asking the biggest questions. A cabinet, a candle, a bottle of perfume, a notebook, a little ceramic pilgrim that probably never held a grain of salt in its life. And somehow they all ask the same question. What are you waiting for? So now I'm asking you, what's in your cabinet? Maybe it isn't an actual cabinet. Maybe it's jewelry you never wear. A bottle of wine you've been saving. A fancy candle. The good towels. the expensive coffee. Or maybe it isn't a thing at all. Maybe it's the vacation you've been talking about, the class you've wanted to take, whatever it is. Maybe today is good enough. Because if we're always waiting for life to become special, we're going to miss the fact that life's been happening this whole time. Before I let you go, can I ask you a favor? These conversations make you laugh, make you think, or maybe just make your drive to work a little more enjoyable. Would you help me grow this little community? Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow the podcast wherever you're listening. Leave a rating and a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, iHeart. And if this episode made you think of someone, share it with them. That's how more people find the sauce. And I really appreciate every single one of you who helps me to make that happen. It means so much to me. And if nobody's told you lately, you're not too old. You're definitely not too late. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a cabinet to raid. Apparently, tonight is special enough for the good stuff. And yes, I will be eating chicken nuggets with that gold flatware. Trust. Life isn't perfect, y'all. The timing isn't perfect. And Lord knows the people aren't perfect. But somehow, we keep showing up. We keep trying. We keep finding joy in the little things. Maybe that's where the good stuff's been all along. That's the sauce. See you Wednesday.